another examples of array that has two array. Okay, one is my list, okay, and the other one is your list. Okay. So my list has 10 elements of array. So your list also has 10 elements of array. So here you may want to enter any data into your array, right? This one. Sure. Okay. Okay, this one is basically to assign 0 into your my list. Maksudnya, for every elements of my list, initial value dia is 0.0. Okay. And then later on, you may want to input lah. For example, if you input, for example, like number 15 into my list, okay, my list 0, right? And then my list 1. Okay, for example, like you input number 23, right? And so on until my list 9. For example, you input 45, okay? Okay, and then this is to display the components inside my list array. So it will display lah. Whatever the content of that my list, it will be displayed 15, 23, and so on up until 45. Okay. Okay. And then the other one is to display the numbers inside your list. Okay. This one we are referring to your list. Just now is my list. So in this case, we may want to copy whatever the content of my list into your list. So this one is actually to assign value of my list into your list. Maksudnya 15 here will be assigned to your list. Your list 0. So your list 0 pun will get value of 15. This one 23. So your list 1 will get value of 23 and so on. Okay. And it will also display the value of your list. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then the other examples. Okay. You declare your array item which has 5 elements or 5 components. Okay. And then you input or see in, okay, any numbers ataupun data into your array item. Okay. So referring from starting from the 0 up until 4. Okay. With the summation of the whatever the content of the array item. For example, when you input number 5, okay, this one is item 0. You input is 5 lah. So your sum here will be initial value just now is 0, right? So will be replaced by 5. Okay. And then for the second item, which is item 1, for example, you input number 10. Okay, and then it will be added to the sum. So 10 plus 5, it will get 15. It will replace. Okay. And then item 2, for example, you enter 25. Okay. So 15 plus 25. Okay. So you will get 40, right? For your sum. Okay. And then we also have item 3, for example, you enter 20. Okay, so you have that 40 plus 20, you will get a 60, right? And then finally, item 4. Okay, katalah you enter number 55. Okay, so 60 plus 55, you will get 115, right? Okay, for the sum. Okay, finally, it will display the sum of the numbers is 115 lah. Okay, the numbers in reverse order. Reverse order means they can move from here to here. Okay, usually kalau kita kata in normal order 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So reverse order from 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So they can access one by one starting from 4 lah. So they can display starting from 55, right? And then blank 20, 25, 10, and then 5. Okay. That's how they come up with the reverse order. So kalau tengok sini yang ni lah. For example, okay, the number that you enter ataupun the data that you enter for every array, right? This one. 45. So the sum at the moment ini the sum at the moment dia akan get 45 lah. Okay, when you enter 78, so dia akan replace the value of 45 plus 78 lah. Okay, so this one you will get berapa? Okay, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you enter 62. It will be added into your sum. So this one you will get 185. 185, right? And then 35. You will get 220. And then 98. 318, right? Right? And then the numbers in reverse order are starting from here lah. Starting from item 4 ni up until item 0. So 98, 35, 62, 78, 45. That's how you come up with the numbers in reverse order. Okay. Okay, array as parameters to function. This one will be covered next week. Okay. Okay, this is just now I mentioned about how to find the maximum number. Okay, this one also you can. Yang ni saya ambil balik yang examples yang item ni. This one. Examples yang item ni. Right, you will also find for the maximum number. Right, this is how you find the maximum number. You use the max index. You can also find the minimum number. Minimum number by using the word the variable mean index. The mean index. If to find the maximum number, you compare by using the lesser than symbols. This one, you compare by using the greater than symbol since we want to find the minimum number, right? So we can display lah. So display this one. This one is mean index. You can also get max. So the highest number. But the max index will keep track the highest number. Uh, So item 0, kita enter 34, for example, and then 78, for example, and then 49, okay, 120, for example, and then 24, and then, okay, then you will get the sum of the numbers lah. So 34 plus 78 plus 49 plus 120 plus 24. So this one is the numbers in reverse order, okay, starting from item 4 lah. So 24, 120, 49, 78, 34. And then the highest number is, kenapa dia keluar 2 kali? The highest number is 120. The lowest number is 24. Saya terbuat 2 kali lah ni. Oh, ada kat sini, the highest number, sorry. Okay, the highest number is, just now is 120, and then the lowest number, saya tak ingat lah, berapa 24 kot, okay. That is how you keep track the maximum and the minimum number, okay. Yang ni pun saya dah share dalam you punya GC. Okay. Array temp, this one array temp, right? This one. And also array vowel. So this is your array vowel. Okay, so we declare array letters, array letters that has 10 elements, and also the data type is character. So this time instead of we input numbers, we input the character. So please input 10 letters or 10 characters lah, okay. And then it will display the letters ataupun the characters that we have entered, okay. And also it may want to calculate the number of vowels. Okay, vowels mean A, E, I, O, U. So you have to keep track lah, the letters that we input just now, which one belongs to the vowel. So you have to come up with the if statement, okay, to check whether that letter that you entered is A, E, I, O, U. Okay. If it is yes, then it will increase the value of vowel by 1. Okay. So vowel is basically the counter lah. In this case, the counter for vowel. And then if other than A, E, I, O, U, we consider that one as consonant. Okay. So consonant also we can calculate the number of letters which belongs under consonant. And then finally we display lah. There are how many vowels, there are how many consonant. So when you compile run your program, the system box you can delete. Okay, please input 10 letters. Katalah you input U, I, T, M, D, I, H, A, T, I. Like that. Okay, UITM Alright. So the letters entered are UITM. So there are 5 vowels. Okay. U, I, and then I, A, I. Right. There are 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Right. And then the rest are considered as consonants. So there are 5 consonants at the same time. Okay. Right. So meaning that you can for the array, you doesn't have to input numbers. You can also input characters as well. Okay. All right. So any questions so far regarding the array? Yang ni baru introduction to the array. Saya tak nak pergi into function lagi sebab you, of course, in your function you can also have array in your function. Okay. Any questions so far regarding the topics? Okay. Yang ni yang penting, you have to concentrate on this one. Yang ni. Processing one-dimensional array, yang ni yang some of the basic operations. Initialization, declaration, of course, and then input, output data, find the largest and or smallest. Okay. Sekejap ya, saya tengok ada some of the sample exercise. Okay, ini soalan ni pernah keluar past year's paper, from past year's paper. So dia bagi macam ni, diagram macam ni. So they expect you come up with a declare and initialize an array name angka. Dia dah bagi nama dia angka, so you have to follow lah. Type integer based on the above diagram. So the word is declare and initialize. Okay, declare and initialize. So we need to declare and initialize. So let me copy from here. So dia tak expect you input dia so expect you declare, initialize and display, right? This one. Declare, initialize and display. So you have that array name angka, so you just rename this one as angka. Angka, right? Okay, angka, how many elements? We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 6 elements of array. So jangan kira kosong 5. This one is actually num, right? Num. And then for every of the components of the array, okay, it is actually come up with the value for initialization lah. So this one 2, -1, 3, 8, -3, 9. So come up with the initialization, right? This one 2, -1, okay, 3, 8, 3, 8, and then -3, 9, right? -3, 9. That's how you come up with the declare and initialization. Declaration and initialization. We then write a program segment to display each element of array angka. So value for angka lah. So make it value for angka. Okay, this one is actually index dia cannot be lesser than 5 lah. Lesser than 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 elements. So time ni tukar jadi angka lah. Okay. So kita bagi nama dia angka. Right. Okay, so value for angka tadi kita dah initialize, right? So when the compiler will display lah the value for angka 2, -1, 3, 8, -3 and also 9. Okay. That's how you come up with the declaration and initialization and also to display or to come up with the output, okay, for your array. Okay. Ini somewhat macam hari tu tapi a little bit different. So an integer array x square has 50 elements. Okay, 50 elements. Write a program segment to initialize the element with the square of the value of the array index. Output the array into lines so that 25 elements per line are displayed. Ni kena fikirlah how to come up with the program segment. Initialize the elements with the square of the value of the array index. So macam mana tu? So you have that you just copy this one. Okay, you have that integer, you have that array, they call it as x square. So this one is the integer. So integer x square. So instead of float, tadi kita buat integer ke float? This one should be, yang ni dia dimension bukan integer or float. So yang ni dia dimension dah integer array. So you have to change it into integer. X square. Okay, x square. So 50 elements. Okay, 50 elements. So 50 lah. Make it 50. Okay, 50 elements. And then write a program segment to initialize the element with the square of the value of the array index. So, macam mana tu? Array index. Segment to initialize the element with the square of the value of the array index. Kita have to come up with the square of the array index. So, macam mana? Any idea? Initialize the elements. Every element kita nak initialize, right? With the square of the value of the array index. Mana tu? So what does it mean by index? Array index. Mana nak buat tu? Array index. So how? Okay, this is your index, right? Index tu. Up until 50 kan? Actually up until 49 lah. Index lesser than 50. Okay. So kita nak cari dia punya value for that every array ni. Macam mana nak buat? So kita nak square kan dia punya value for index. Square of the value of the array index. Any idea? Macam mana nak buat ni? Calculation for that. For the square of value of array index. Any idea? Come on, class. Macam mana? Saya cakap seorang ni. Any idea? Square of the value of the array index. Square ni bukannya square root. Square ni maksudnya kuasa 2 kan lah. Right, square kan? Kuasa 2 kan? Apa yang kita nak kuasa 2 kan?
Value dalam array ke doktor?
Value dalam array. Kuasa 2 kan dengan apa? Betul, value dalam array tu. Nak kuasa 2 kan dia, kuasa 2 kan apa? Contoh macam 2 kuasa 2. Apa yang nak dikuasakan? 4 kuasa 4. 4 kuasa 2 macam tu. So apa yang kita nak kuasakan? Anybody? Square of the value of the array index. Kita nak kuasakan apa? Kuasa 2 kan apa?
X square ke doktor?
X square? Mana datang? Kita nak kuasa 2 kan apa ni? Okay, kata nak kuasakan 2. Okay, you boleh guna power, right? Power apa? And then comma 2, right? Betul tak? Excuse me. Nak kuasa 2 kan apa tu? Kita nak isi content dalam array tu. Data dalam array. Sorry. Apa yang kita nak kuasakan? Yang lain? Any idea? Kita semua dah tidur dah. Kita buat ni sampai 20 dulu lah banyak sangat. 50 ni kita testing 20 dulu. So ni kita buat 20 tu. Buat 25 lah. Apa yang kita nak kuasa 2 kan? Okay, apa yang kita nak kuasa 2 kan dia?
Five.
Nak kuasa 2 kan apa? Dia dah highlight dah kat situ. The square of the value of the array index. What do you mean by index? Tu ni letak apa dah ni? Power blank, comma 2. Ni kita nak kuasa 2 kan ni? Apa yang kita nak letak? Apa yang kita nak kuasa 2 kan?
Index ke doktor?
Ya betul, index lah. Dalam ni pun dah cakap index. So, you kuasa 2 kan lah. Lepas tu index 1, kuasa 2 kan dia. Index 2, kuasa 2 kan dia. And so on lah. Okay. Okay, when you compile and run. So, okay, just stick je lah x square. Okay. So, nampak tak? Bila dia display, dia akan display kosong sebab you index the first array tu. Index is 0, right? Kuasa 2 kan dia akan dapat kosong. The next index is 1, right? Kuasa 2 kan dia akan jadi 1. The next index pula 2. 2 kuasa 2 kan dia akan jadi 4. The next index 3. 3 kuasa 2 akan jadi 9. And so on lah. Up until index 25. Okay. Soalan ni minta 50 kan? You buatlah sampai 50. Yang ni kita nak test dulu. Nak buat sampai 50, buatlah sampai 50. Right? Okay. Alright. Ini sampai 50 lah. Okay. But then dia minta, okay, output the array into line so that 25 elements per line are displayed. So dia nak you display, the first line is 25. It will be displayed. The second line is another 25 value that will be displayed. Macam mana tu? Tu you fikirkan lah. Macam mana nak dapatkan 25. Maksudnya the first 25, the second 20, the next 25 elements that will be displayed. Ni faham tak? Sekarang ni kita ada 50 elements of array. Okay, the first 25 tu dia akan display the first 25 content of that array. And then the next ni is the other 25 elements of data that will exercise ni dengan punya solution ni, nanti you fikirkanlah macam mana nak come up with the solution. Okay, sorry. So, saya letak sini exercise. Exercise array. Exercise array. Okay, together with the solution, right? So just now we have that angka, right? Angka and also x square. Okay, angka, mana tadi angka? Angka and also x square. Okay. Right. Okay, any questions so far regarding the topic of array? Any question? Okay, yang group 2591B ni jangan lupa submit your ni dah hantar. Baru 4 turn in, okay? This one should be done in the group, okay? Submit on the question number 4. Submission by right today, okay? Lambat saya terima tapi tolak markah sikit lah, okay? Okay, any question regarding the topics? Regarding the topics on array. Any question? Okay. Okay, kalau tak ada, saya stop sini dulu. And then next week, insyaAllah kita sambung dengan array. This one. For your final test nanti, memang topik array akan masuk. Definitely akan masuk. Function pun definitely akan masuk. And then loop definitely akan masuk. Okay. Selection tu dia biasa kan, selection statement. Okay. And then topic under file processing, that one is your last topic. Yang tu memang saya tak cover dalam final test lah sebab yang tu di-consider sebagai last topic. So yang tu mungkin saya masukkan dalam assignment. Okay. Okay, alright class. Any question? Kalau tak ada apa, kita stop kat sini dulu. Okay.